several things at a go, several activities at a go. And then I said we can replace juggling with managing. So now I want us to begin with a reflection. You can use the charts. Think about the roles you have and type them in the charts. I just want to get a picture of whatever I'm going to talk about. Is it even relevant, or you people are not having many roles? I will not forget a time when I was collecting data and I had a topic similar to this. And one individual said that for him, he has only one role. He's just said one role. He doesn't socialize. He doesn't do any other thing. And it was a little bit very strange, but it was true for him. So think about any roles that you have and type them in the chat. I just want to read through as I continue. Sister, employee, student, daughter. Thank you, Tracy. Please, members, type. Anyone who is under my voice, type mother, wife, daughter, sister, employee. And each of those roles has every other ABCD. Mother might be ABCD, employee has another ABCD. Yes, thank you, Edith. And then Agatha, mother, wife, student, employee. Thank you, Agatha. Members, please type in. Okay, maybe you can continue to type, but I wanted to find out whether, now some people's roles are too many, they are still typing. Mattress, mother, wife, daughter-in-law. Wow, thank you. You remember that, daughter-in-law. Sister, grandmother, auntie, employee. Okay. Thank you very much. All those roles have their other ABCDs. You can be mother and then your mother to 5. You can be wife and then your husband is a piece of work. Eva, thank you. Daughter, business owner, Christian, minister, sister, employment seeker. Wow. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, members, for being active. That's why I said today my sharing would be different a bit. Farmer, businesswoman, student. Thank you, Micheline. Thank you, Micheline. Yes, student, farmer, businesswoman. Wow. Okay. Okay, and we can go with that. So this is what I remembered, that when I think about myself, there are so many roles, and these roles sometimes make us get tired. These roles sometimes make us focus on one specific role, and then we don't care about the others. For example, someone might be an employee and suffocates the mother, the wife, the sister, the granddaughter, the sister-in-law, daughter-in-law's roles. Or someone might be almost blowing up. It's too much. There's a time when I thought that I wish I had 2 heads. I don't know how I thought about that madness. That I felt that one head was not enough. If one head is doing research, let the other one be taking care of other things. So there are those moments when sometimes work is too much. Okay. Now, these are some of the roles that I came across, in addition to all the roles that you have put in the chat. Mother, those who are mothers, I'm sure they are here, of course, single girls who are not yet mothers. That's why I put some of the roles. Not everyone will have everything here. Wife, for example, a mother, you can be a mother of teenagers, mother of babies. I remember when my children were younger, they are now teenagers. They've not given me even a single, maybe 10 minutes to sleep. You just agree with them, please. I'm going to the bedroom to have a nap. please give me time. Within one minute, they are coming. This one has bitten me. Oh, this one, I am hungry. I just had no sleep for about 10 years, dealing with baby number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and all that. So sometimes mothers of babies think they are more stressed. Even mothers of teenagers, we think about ourselves and our children. Even grandmothers, as long as you are in the role of mother, that's a whole big full-time job. And then wife is also a very big job. For those who are married, or sometimes you might be married to a man who needs to be treated like a king. Please don't take this very serious. But there are women I know who practically take husbands in terms of roles, taking care of them, washing their feet, everything, and the man is so lucky they take care of them. That is a whole full-time job. That's what I wanted to bring up. Sibling, you are a sister, and then your sisters maybe are not well, or your brothers are not well, or that's usually as a member of family, when anything is at home, you are all involved. If one of your siblings is not well, you will lose sleep. So that's another role. Or if someone has given birth, for instance, I've been giving birth when I was still giving birth a few years ago, my sisters would be with me in the hospital. That is a role. They would go out from their jobs and they are with me in the hospital. And I have been with them in the hospital myself. Then the daughter, if you have an aging mother, then daughter is quite a big job. Or daughter-in-law, someone said. Administrators, we are administrators. No matter as we are in a home, you are in charge. You're trying to be in charge of everything taking place, everything. An administrator in the kitchen, they have always said that African women's offices are in the kitchen. So kitchen is one of the offices. So you are an administrator in the entire home. The training to work and that you at like your mother always had every type of medicine. Like she would have Panadols, magnesium, cough linctus, and she always explained that like she's a doctor. Until when I grew up later, I realized, okay, my mother just knew these things. She was not a doctor, but she understood because she knew that anytime anyone is sick, and I've taken up that praise. Okay, so that means our role, one of the greatest roles that we have, if we have any mothers here, we are teachers. That is number one. Number two, have you ever noticed that most cross-cultural marriages, I'm just saying most and not all, of course, you find a child learning mother's language than the father's language. Why? Because mother is with the child all the time, and mother is naturally a teacher, and the child learns the language. And you find daddy is in the home, but the children don't speak his language, okay? Because he's in the home, maybe trying to struggle with other roles. True, but I am today talking about women. I know that men also have very big roles. A woman is a homemaker, but there are also other roles that we have at the workplace. Find that at the workplace, for instance, you are a head of department. In addition, you are a chairperson of a certain committee, and then you are doing this. You are, like for us in a university setting, I teach at UCU. Sometimes you are in a meeting, but you're supposed to have a lecture, and then you're a member of health and safety committee. And then so you find that even within one role that you call employment, there are several other little roles, and you sometimes you a little bit so much work. So there are many other roles, but also with modernity, women now completely provide for family. And we are having those debates. Even recently on one of the WhatsApp groups, there was that debate where a preacher was saying that women should not go in the kitchen and women should only be in the kitchen. But maybe what I would have reminded that preacher is that times have changed. Times have not made us to go away from our work. But if you expect a woman to go to look for money, to come back in the evening at 5 to look for money, then she will not cook lunch because she is in the other role. The role which in courts has been a role for men in the past, in the traditional Africa. So if a man shouldn't cook, for instance, then a woman also shouldn't go to look for money to provide for the family. That means they're trying to mean that we go back to the past whereby mothers sit home and fathers go out. But now modernity has changed things that even mothers can go out and work. And the spouses are enjoying this money they are earning. Mothers are paying school fees, mothers are buying land, mothers are building homes, which homes the couples are happy being in. So a little bit, I am trying to say that with modernity, things have come to us. No one planned it. That's how things are. Women have gone to school and they are in big positions. If a woman, for instance, is in the high office, one of the highest offices in Uganda, when will she cook? When she's always doing. So this, I am just bringing it out that if you're a homestay mom, we thank God that you've made that choice, and that home also has multiple roles. There's one thing that bothers me sometimes when people come home and they find you have been home, maybe, and they say, but what is at home to do? That question doesn't make me comfortable because there's so much to do in the house that even someone who went out will come back and find you so tired, but it will not be visible. It's not very visible. Someone may think it is waking up, sleeping, and cooking. It's so much work at home. So I'm trying to bring out that both in the house and outside the house, there are many roles that women are doing. Okay, a woman is a doctor, a woman is a homemaker, and all others. I can go on because I don't have much time. How do we manage these multiple roles? Now that we have discovered with many roles, they are big. For some, they are causing us to burn out. Some, they are causing us to begin to speak not in kind ways. I'm trying to be careful with the words I'm using. And sometimes you find someone at their desk and they are very rude. You greet them and their eyes are glued on the computer. They don't want to look at you because they are doing so much work. Maybe they are tired. If you reach a point like that, or you go back home and every little thing you're quarreling, those people you found home, or your siblings, or if you're a student with your roommates, every time you are the one quarreling. Is it because of the coursework that you didn't do in time and now trying to fidget at the last moment? Okay, so how do we manage these multiple roles? Prioritize. There are many things that we do. For example, here we can be, there are times when maybe I have a ministry to do, I have a workshop to attend, or even a retreat, and then I have a visitation of a child in the school. What do you choose? Okay, there's things that you can do again. There are things that are not urgent, and there are things that are important. You won't fail to take a child to school because you are busy working. For me, that's my thinking. You're going to lose the child. You might lose the work and get it again, but if you lose the child, you may not. You will get another child, but not that specific one. So prioritize. And here we have to be careful because I know there are some people now who are like, I'm trying to do self-care, and then they don't pick calls from their bosses because for them, they are thinking they are trying to have self-care. You know, we have to be very careful as we prioritize, but what is more urgent and what is more important? What can wait? Find help. It's very common with perfectionists. They think they are the best, and then they are in the house, they are suffering, they are doing, and then they have backaches, they don't want to find help. Even in offices, we have people who think they are the only ones who do things. Let me tell you, sisters and any brothers here, that in that office you can be good, but if you're not okay, you put it, but when you left it was even better. This is not to make you not to care, but to find help. If someone can help you, why not? If you are in the house, you can distribute work. If someone can wash plates, the other one can cook sauce, and then you prepare, or someone can do dinner, the other one lunch. Let's find help, because you need it. You need it. We are not just saying that you are the only best cook. No, even others who are not good cooks, their food is eaten. Okay? Take a look at your roles for that day. Sometimes you need to take an audit. Look, to sit down and say, what do I have to do today? Today I have to go for fellowship. Today I have to go for independence celebrations. I had to go to salon. I had to go to check on so and so, and like that. Then you look at them, and then you realize, what should I leave out? There are some things that can be left out. So take a look at your roles, and then you plan for a day or even for a week. You need to have write a to-do list. To-do list will help you to know that you have done this and you have finished it, and then you plan for the other. Sometimes you can be having so many roles, but you don't do any in a day. You realize that I have to do this, I have to do this, and then you keep lamenting about how much work you have all the time. You have so much work. But what work have you accomplished? What work have you accomplished? Set boundaries. Set boundaries. I am one of the person who loves to be busy. I am happier busy. I am happier busy. But sometimes I think people have learned that I am always available, which is a good thing. For example, I am someone who will be invited to preach when a preacher has disappointed. If someone is to preach today, for instance, and they send a message last night, maybe they sent a message last night, we cannot make it. We have faith. So, and I am good at the time. I started and actually they told you to do this, which is good, prepared enough. Maybe there's someone also who is like, so you need to at least tell people in your circle that, yeah, you give me a little bit some time so that I prepare and I give good work, okay? But not jumping. So many times, really, I am a dangerous substitute, and I've been enjoying it, but recently I got a little bit overwhelmed and I got tired a bit, but I haven't refused. But at least now I know people tell me early so that I can come in. Learn how to say no humbly. You know, there are some people who are very assertive here. You say, today, Madam, you are speaking for Women Connect. No, for me, I don't just speak. Okay? You have said the right thing, but sometimes a little humility is important. You can say, maybe, when are you ready? Tell us when you're ready. Is it next week? Is it 2 weeks from now? Is it next month? Because we know that you are good and you can do it, but sometimes being principled is good, but how you communicate. Communication is very important in ministry, in day-to-day life, all interpersonal relationships. Delegate to others. Yes, this is important in workplaces. Delegate to others. I am a leader of a cell, and I have been busy recently, and so I have a very good assistant. So many times when I'm not there, he does the work even better than myself. So I have learned to delegate. And by the way, this may surprise you, friends. People love to be given responsibilities. I've seen it in the workplace. If you tell someone, please, I am not available, could you please chair for me the department meeting, they are happy to do it. Then why are you dying like you're the only one when people are happy to serve? So please, let's learn, delegate. Accept the season you are in. You might be in a season whereby your firstborn is 4 years, your secondborn is 3 years, your thirdborn is 1 year, and you are in that time. I really feel sorry for you, because that is so much work. 4, 3, 1, baby or pregnant. There are mothers who do that, express. So that is a season. At a certain time, you'll be better. Or you are in a season of where you are writing research and you have deadlines too. That is a season. Or you are in a season where you feel overwhelmed. So just understand, and okay, this is a busy season. I think I can off myself on some of the things and then do them. later. Okay, so accept the season you're in. Find support groups. How many groups do you have, ladies? Do you have? I have a group called Friends Forever. I have a sale group. I have a group of women. We are called the Women of Purpose. And so these support groups, sometimes when you are, there's a time when we went for an outing in the forest, and we did not want a speaker. We did not want to say anything. Everyone was lying down on the mat. We went in some forest, the other end, that's in Kampala. And then everyone was lying down and looking up. I will never forget that feeling. It was the first time like you are there and nobody is calling you. The first time you're there and you're not on a laptop, or a child is pulling your skirt, or it was just you. So you need to refill you, because your people will only be happy if you are happy. When you're not happy, even friends will not visit you. This is almost the law of nature. If you are a stressed person and every time you are lamenting, I am tired, I am stressed, maybe you begin to lose your mind, maybe you begin to forget some of the things, you will not even get visitors. People love to go where they are finding happiness. Okay? So you refill yourself so that your children will be proud of you if you're a mother, that your spouse will be proud of you if you're married, so that your workmates, because you just imagine when you are stressed and your juniors, you're complaining to everyone every time. So please find support groups. There are groups, if you are a gentleman, there can be single groups, there can be fathers union for those who are married. Depending on where you are, you know the support groups that you can join. If you are alone, you will die alone and the world won't stop. It will move. So let's help ourselves jealously, by the way. Don't forget yourself. This I am telling women that sometimes, because I'm speaking to Women Connect, though, the women have forgotten themselves, because she has babies and then they stop putting on bras and they are all over the house. They are not combing and they are not putting on the shoes. Yes, you are busy, we thank God, but you also need to remember yourself. You are busy giving gifts here, and some of you who are not living with us here in Uganda, there's a lot we give. It's burial, we give. Then people are getting married, we give. People are now graduating this week, we give. And we keep giving, and then you ask yourself, when will you ever give? And by the way, sometimes you're giving for others, and for you, maybe you have not had any Thanksgiving, you are not having any wedding soon, you are not dying soon, and so you will never give. You're not going to be given because people are going through some of the things. And I will not forget one single lady who said, we keep giving, but for us, when we are sick, nobody even calls us. Those who are marrying want us to give them. Those who are baptizing babies want us to give them. Everyone wants to be given, but what about us who are not baptizing, who are not yet married? Who gives us? Who remembers that we are even sick? So, as one of the things that I do to remember myself, I give to myself. And I've said this over time and again. When it is my birthday, I give myself a gift. Others will give, but I give myself a gift. If they don't give, it's okay. I will have given myself. Or there is something you want. Maybe you keep giving very beautiful gifts, and for you don't have some of those items. You can give very good gifts at weddings, gifts to, but that specific item you're giving and you don't have it. I am not saying you get selfish. I'm saying that on the list of people to give, include me, include you. Okay, I include myself. So don't forget yourself in terms of giving. Don't forget yourself in terms of self-care. Don't forget yourself, because you are a child of God who needs to enjoy this world. And the other one is belief in self. I have said I'm a counseling psychologist. I have come across women who have been robbed of their self-esteem, maybe by spouse or by in-laws or by their own families. And the people tell them that for you, you are useless. And then I ask them, for you, do you think you are useless? They say, no, I don't know. Everything I do, it doesn't work. I am not a good cook, they say. I am not beautiful, they say. But for you, who do you say you are? How can someone tell you that you are useless? How? And okay, Someone can tell you, but how can you believe it? How? Like, for example, I stand here at my age and I say I am useless, or someone tells me and I believe them, I wouldn't believe them. Why? Because God says differently about you. You also know you are not useless. You can't be, for example, you are a mother and your mother's children to teenage, and then your spouse, if you are not on good terms, tells you that you are useless. You are not useless. Or your children tell you are useless when you've raised them. You know how youthful children and teenagers, if they don't, if they go astray, how they can tell their parents. So for me, I would think no one should make you think that you are not doing any good job with all these roles that you have. You are doing a great job, and you had better believe so. Okay. What about the Bible? The Bible, you might have wondered that I'm getting some of these points from it's not from my head, I've done research, but now the Bible, which is an authority. I have looked at Proverbs 31, that woman character, the character of that woman in the Bible. This woman was having multiple roles in her home. One of them is that she would wake up very early in the morning, very early. I can imagine like some of you wake up early at 5 a.m., at 4 a.m., because you want to prepare some food for your children, to prepare some food for your husband, or you want to prepare before you go to work. You wake up early to beat jam if you are around Kampala. And so she would plan early. So one of the ways we can manage some of these roles is to plan. If you have 6 things to do, you wake up and plan for them. That is in Proverbs 31, verse 15. The woman, this character in Proverbs 31, provides. She's a woman who provides. Now, I have been hearing about this debate usually, which amuses us. Many times we love to talk about it as women. The money for Kameza, where I have listened to Christian women say, my money is my money, and his money, if it is your husband, is our money. But this woman that is talked about in Proverbs 31, she provided. It is okay for you to provide for a home because you are earning. You are earning. If they are demanding it from home, you can provide. You can participate. I am not taking. Please take me. Please understand me. I am not saying that you women take over men's activities. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that a woman can also provide, and women are providing. Women have paid the school fees. Women have built homes, and that is okay because they are earning and they have the money to do it. Why not? But if you're earning and for you as you're putting in the pocket, and then there are struggles in the home, I don't know what this means. I don't know. So she was a provider. She would wake up, prepare for her home in the home, but she also provided for the home. She buys land, okay? She would go to the field and consider land and buy. That is in verse 16. So if you buy land, it is okay. The Proverbs woman that they're talking about was even having a role of reaching out to the poor and the needy. So you can be very active at home. You can go out and do work and provide. You can buy land. You can also go and check on the poor and the needy. She was also a businesswoman. That's another role. This is verse 24. Please read the whole Proverbs 31. I'm not going to read it again, but those are the scriptures I got. She is wise. The woman is wise, meaning that as we juggle these roles, we have to apply wisdom. And wisdom is what? The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So we don't just juggle. Otherwise, we will juggle, get burnt out, get tired, get sick, and have challenges. Okay? So she is wise. I also looked at another example in the Bible. Jesus Christ was having multiple roles. Too much. I even started reading about and I wouldn't finish. But some of them where he was the Son of God, was the judge of mankind. He is the high priest. He is king. He is a shepherd. He is a healer. Very many things. So having multiple roles is not to make us stressed, is what we are supposed to do as women. So we are in the right place, and whoever is going through these multiple roles, you are actually doing a good job. Okay, so that is what I had for you today. If there are any questions or any challenges or any disagreements, please you can raise them up right now before I invite our sister Micheline to pray for us. Thank you very much. Any questions, please? Thank you. Thank you for your compliments in the chat. I am reading each one of them. And if there are no many questions, please, anyone with a question, just 1 more minute, or with an experience that you want to add on, okay. Okay, thank you, Reverend, for that comment. Yes, at this point in time, I am going to invite Micheline. Micheline, please, you're going to respond in prayer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.